let's jump into additional spoiler info for One Piece chapter 1151. Don't go anywhere. We'll start right after the intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with more One Piece content. And before we dive into this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any new uploads. That support helps a lot. Thank you. So, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down the spoilers that have already come out and also bring some very interesting new details, especially related to Luffy. Starting with the cover page, we see Yamato participating in a sumo tournament where she defeats Urashima's brother while Koomesa watches in the background. Very interesting to see that Yamato's cover story isn't over yet. It looked like it had ended before, but clearly there's more coming. Now, my question is, will the cover story title change? I believe it'll follow a pattern similar to what we saw with the Germa 66 cover story, which eventually shifted into the Mads cover story. One led into the other, and I think we're seeing the same thing here. I personally believe this will lead to something much bigger. A lot of people are still hoping that Blackbeard will appear at the end of this cover story, maybe even searching for Pluton. Let's see if that really happens. As for the main chapter, we continue with more giants being turned into demons. At first, I thought it would only happen to the former giant pirates, but now it seems like Isama is transforming everyone. Could it be that all of Elbaf becomes an enemy? There's a long-standing theory that the giants would turn against the Straw Hats. We just didn't expect it to happen like this, with them literally being transformed into demons. We also get more nightmares being pulled from the children's dreams, adding even more chaos. Now, about killing Han, we see his hybrid form. To be honest, I thought the form we had already seen was his hybrid, but apparently not. In the spoiler complement that dropped recently, it's revealed that his hybrid form looks like a centaur with a human face and sharp teeth. This really crushes that older theory that Kirin's powers could represent some kind of good transformation since he had those white smoke effects around his body. But now it seems clear it's not a good power. It's demonic. The one question remains, why is Kirin's smoke white and not black like the Gorosei? That mystery is still open. Then we get a small flashback of Chopper saving Scoper Gaban using guard point. Once again, Chopper proves to be super important to the arc, just like he was back in Oniyashima. Massive respect for Chopper once again. We also see this character Mosa show up again. Still unknown whether it's a man or a woman, but they thank Loki once more. And honestly, I keep wondering, who is this Mosa character? What is Oda cooking up with them? Keep an eye on Mosa. I really think they'll be important later in the arc. Then finally, Luffy meets up with Chopper and Gaboon, and the group discovers that Yaren was actually Scapper Gaboon, one of the wings of the Pirate King, part of Roger's crew. Gaban then says something interesting. When someone calls him the third strongest in Roger's crew, he corrects them and says, "No, I was the second strongest." That clearly shows there was some rivalry between him, and of course this brings more fuel to the fan wars between Sanji fans and Zoro fans, because let's be honest, Gaban and are basically the Zoro and Sanji of Roger's era. Seems like Oda really wants to stir the pot here. Now, let's talk about the most important piece of this spoiler, a new detail that may be key to Luffy's power. According to the leaker, when Chopper fell, Luffy immediately knew it was him. He also knew that Gaban was injured, but even Luffy didn't understand how he knew that this could be something new awakening inside Luffy. Maybe a new level of the voice of all things. Many are betting that Luffy will finally master this power and that it may even be the key to defeating Inu-sama. Could it be related to breaking Inu's immortality? Later in the chapter, Inu uses another Conqueror's Haki attack, this time over Elbaf, and everyone is shocked. Luffy senses Inu's Haki and says, "Now I understand everything." But here's the weird part. According to the spoilers, nobody explains anything to Luffy. So, how does he already know? Could this be a reaction from the Nika fruit's consciousness? Maybe the fruit recognizes Inu-sama and shares that understanding with Luffy. It's a fascinating moment, especially the idea that Luffy instinctively knew Gaban was hurt and that he sensed Chopper without being told. Can't wait to see how this develops. At the very end of the chapter, Loki says they will need his power for the upcoming fight. Once again, Loki is getting hyped, and I really want to see him in action soon. Unfortunately, there will be a break next week, so we'll have to wait 2 weeks to continue, or maybe even longer, because this feels like a perfect time for Oda to switch focus to another part of the world. I wouldn't be surprised if we suddenly go back to Maroa. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And just a reminder, the full summary should drop on Wednesday, with the scans likely coming on Thursday. The official release of chapter 1151 will be next Sunday via Manga Plus. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you next time, and thanks for watching.